The number one thing that holds freelancers and marketing agency owners back, it's low ticket clients. Hands down. Yes, you're gonna need a good offer. Yes, you need lead gen. Yes, you need systems, all the things. You do need all of that. You 100% need all of that if you wanna scale. But across the board, I've been doing this for years and coaching freelancers and marketing agency owners for years. I also own my own marketing agency. And across the board, it's the number one thing. It holds us back. Why? If they're spending less, if they're paying you $500 a month in retainer, they're gonna treat you like they're paying you millions a month. And they're gonna require that, and they're gonna be needy. And I don't know why this is, but it just is, you guys. So believe me there. If you're still selling $500 projects or $500 a month retainers, you are leaving thousands on the table. Because at this point, you're landing clients, you know what you're doing, right? Like, you're not here to learn the skill, you know what you're doing, you just need better clients. So I'm gonna show you step by step in this video how you can land $5,000 a month retainers for your agency or freelancing business. Even if the most you've ever charged is $500, even if the most you've ever charged is $100, you can do this. So if you don't know me, I'm Susie Crawford. I own my own 7-figure marketing agency, and I coach freelancers and agency owners how to build a life-proof business, a business that actually lets them live and brings them money, because it's 100% possible with better clients that pay better and respect your time and your boundaries. Okay, so the leap to that $5,000 a month client, it doesn't come from better results. At this point, we're assuming you know what you're doing, right? It comes from changing how you package your offer, how you position it, and how you pitch it. That's literally it. I'm gonna show you. So I actually have, literally recently, this past week, we had a student, she was charging $700. And this is somebody who, she is getting tremendous results for clients. She was charging $700, and she was like, I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna increase it by 300. She was saying this on a coaching call. I'm gonna increase it by 300, get to 1,000. And we're like, Then she was like, okay, fine, I'll increase it by 500. I don't know if I can do more than that. We're like, okay, we definitely think you can do more, but let's start there. That right there, that is very anxiety inducing. Going in and telling a client like, hey, we're gonna almost double what we charge. Are you good with that? There's a lot of fear there, right? If you did that, would you not fear that the client would be like, no, bye, I can find someone else? That's the thing, is the moment that you can position yourself differently, the moment that you can make yourself indispensable, irreplaceable to clients, they're not going to do that. But you don't want to do this later. You want to come in at higher rates. That being said, was she able to do it? Yes. She was 100% able to do it. She raised her prices by 1,000 and they didn't flinch. They didn't question it. This happens every single week with my clients, with my students. They've raised their rates and it's no problem because it's about how you say it. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to rebuild your offer. You just need to rebuild it. $500 clients pay for tasks. They pay for a TaskRabbit. They pay for a doer. $5,000 a month clients pay for outcomes. They pay for transformations. They pay for results. Okay, so here's an example. So this is what a $500 a month offer sounds like. I create 10 posts for you every month. It'll be reels, we'll do carousels, we'll do static posts, and it's gonna look very good. It's gonna look very on brand. And the best part about it, you're not gonna do it. It's gonna be us. We're gonna give you back your time so you can do more of what you love. That is what literally every social media manager sounds like. And if you sound like that, you better be leaning in, girl, because you don't wanna sound like that. So a $5,000 a month offer is completely different. It doesn't talk about the number of posts. They don't care if you post one time or 20 times, as long as they're gonna get results. Like, for real though, if you were going to a social media manager and you were like, I really want more people in my DMs asking me about my service, if I created one reel that got you thousands of people in your DMs being like, I want to work with you, would you care that it was just one reel versus 10? No, because you want the result. You want the transformation, right? And so that's what we need to do when we're recrafting our offer to be premium. So $5,000 offers talk about that result. So an example of that would be, we create a content system, a content machine, however you want to name it, that turns every single post into a lead magnet that floods your DMs. that floods your DMs with people raising their hand saying, how do I work with you? How do I get in on this? That is way more desirable. It doesn't talk about the number of posts. It doesn't talk about reels versus carousels versus static versus stories. It doesn't. So a $5,000 a month offer is very transformation focused. Or if they're really focused more on awareness and brand building, it could be, we create content that makes every single post stay in your prospect's mind so you are unforgettable. They see it and they literally think about it continuously. They wake up thinking about your service because that post was so damn good. If you're an ads manager, maybe it's then about, we run ads that fill your calendar to the point where you need to hire salespeople because you are so in demand. Whatever it is. But again, the strategy here is you need to sound like you are actually getting results and speak to those results, speak to that transformation. And the key here too is you can't use jargon, right? Like you can't just sound like ChatGPT. You need to use words that your audience uses, that ideal client uses. So if they're not using, fill your calendar, if they're not using floods your DMs or lead magnets, don't use that language. Use language your audience uses, right? Like a med spa, for example, they're not using that. So talk about calls, talk about appointments, talk about freaking Botox and how it becomes like their premium lead magnet that upsells to filler. I don't know, but like you need to use language they use. So first things first, you're rebuilding your offer, and then from there, you're positioning yourself like a premium service provider. So you're not a social media manager. You're not an ads manager. You are way more than that. You get results. You create a transformation, and that is like the key to actually landing better clients. One is a job title, right? Like one is a job title of who you are. The second is a solution. And that's what you need to be, a solution. You don't want to be a TaskRabbit. You don't want to be a doer. You want to be somebody that actually creates a transformation. And not only does that get you premium clients, that helps retain clients, because that's when you become indispensable. That's when clients are like, well, I absolutely cannot not be with them. I will pay anything to have them on my team. Because again, clients don't care about tasks. They really don't. They don't care about the number of posts that you do. They care about growth. They care about bottom line results. They care about money, cash flow, and ultimately peace of mind. And you need to position yourself around that. That is literally the key to attracting those clients. That's the key to how you position yourself on the sales call. I'm gonna be making more videos where I talk about how you can use proof the smart way, how you run a premium sales call, how, the key to the tonality in your sales call, the key, like the secret to really showing up as a premium service provider in your content, in your posts, in your ads, in your messages, in your calls, all of that. So that all of that's to come. So make sure you hit subscribe so that you get alerted when those videos are out. But hopefully this helps. If you guys want me to break down a few ways that you can rebuild your offer. If you want the guide where I break down how to go from like low ticket freelancer to premium high ticket CEO and agency owner, go to my Instagram, it's in the link below. Just DM me. You're going to DM me the word shift. And I'm going to send you this like 30-day game plan that I built out where you shift from low ticket to high ticket. And it contains what we just went through on this call and a lot more. So DM me shift and I'll see you there. Thanks guys.